Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I have finally started YouTube. I am Adam, known as ScrappyAdam, and YouTube has been something that I have avoided since I started sharing my layouts back in October 2020. I just didn't have the confidence to do them really, but since then I have had some confidence boosts. I've had some epic experiences with design teams, and so I thought the time had come for me to give it a try. So here I am. I'm not going to promise that I will have loads of videos up and lots going on and all sorts like that, because I don't want to commit and then let you down, and I don't want to let myself down. I want this beginning to be the start of my YouTube adventure, so to speak. So I will have videos up as and when I can. I thought I would do this introduction video just so you can get to know me if you've not seen me around, and show you some of my layouts, explain what I'm all about, I guess. So I'm Adam, Scrappy Adam on Instagram and in most of the groups. I am the owner of Dotty About Flair, which is a little flair business in the UK. And what we do is little badges like this, which are plastic backed, like so. And we do them in all sorts of designs. So I own Dotty About Flair, and that's where my sharing adventure, if you like, scrap venture as I like to say, that's where it all began back in August 2020. I had been scrapping for about a year, and I spoke to Natalie Nelson, who used to own Dotty About Flair, and she pushed me, encouraged me, gave me a kick up the bum to start sharing my layouts, and I did, and people seemed to love them, which I was taken aback with, but loved. And so I carried on sharing. Then I joined the design team at Dotty About Flair when Natalie owned it. Then I was given an opportunity to join a design team for the Scrap Lab and Paper Scissors Story, which is owned by Cal Summers, both of which are in the UK. And then in January, I applied and was offered a place on Paige Evans's design team, who I'm sure you all know. Paige Evans designs all the awesome collections for American crafts, and I've been on that team ever since then. I've did a couple of other bits here and there. I'm also on the design team for Paper Maze, which is a UK store. And then in March, April this year, Natalie wanted to give up Dotty About Flair, so I stepped in, and it's now my little business, and we've grown massively since April, from about 400 members to almost 1,000, and it's going from strength to strength. We have lots of challenges to do. Come over, I'll pop the link in the group. But this YouTube is my YouTube. It's not connected to Dotty About Flair or any design team. I will have design team layouts. I will have layouts with Flair on, but I'll also have layouts with lots of other stuff on. So what I thought I would do is I'll show you some of my recent and the last few months layouts, a selection just so you can get an idea for my style, and hopefully you like what you see and you will watch some of my videos that are coming up. So first off, I have got this one. So this is a Heidi swap paper, and this is, I believe, another sheet of paper, yes. So this was a pink fresh paper, the yellow circle. So I basically cut the circle out, stuck it on this Heidi swap paper, and then used lots of pretty little studio stars to build a circle of stars. On this particular one I have added lots of flair, and then built them up with chipboard and layered, stitched and wood veneer stars. Then I've got my photos in the middle. What you will find is I am very much a more is more kind of scrapper. So I love colour, I love pattern, I love all that sort of stuff. So I do generally have busy layouts. So that is the first one. I do have these clips on the ones that I'm showing you, most of them, because I have a wall in my scrap room that I display layouts on, and they're on these so I can just do that and change them out every now and again. But I just grabbed a few to show you now. So that is the first one. Then this one is a grid layout. Excuse me. So I started with Simple Stories Sun-Kissed, I believe, with the 4 squares. I added my 2 photos. I've got a 4x4 and a 3x4. And then I just dived into my stash. There's lots of different things on here from different places. L Studio, Dotty About Flair, Simple Stories, Pebbles, Pretty Little Studio, Bramble Fox, Rosie's Studio, Echo Park. There is so much on here, and I really love doing this layout because it's not one particular collection. It's not anything like I haven't said to myself, right, I'm going to use this collection only. I've just gone in and got 2 big embellishment clusters and just gone crazy with it, really. So that is that one. Then I have this layout, which is very, very busy. So sorry about any glare you're getting. That's because they're in page protectors. So hopefully you can see okay. So for this layout, I've actually started with a sheet of white cardstock. I went mad with stamping down the diagonal centre. I've used all sorts of stamp sets, different ones. I basically just picked a few words such as happy birthday, so much fun, whoop, happy days, love this, living our best life, and repeated it along with icons. So I've got stars, hearts and cameras and ampersands. So I just went mad. I popped these 2 corners in, and then my photo is in the middle, and I just went crazy with embellishments around the side. And again, it's a proper stash dive layout because I've got pebbles with American crafts, with hobbycraft, with simple stories, with L Studio, all sorts of different stuff. And it was documenting a birthday trip to bowling. And for this layout, I've also got a hidden element. So I pull this up, and this little booklet comes out, and I've got 2 more pictures there. This was done for a challenge on Redefined Creative, the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, in March this year, and we had to include all of these. Sorry, it was a spin the wheel challenge that Rebecca Lockhart from Rebecca Lockhart Scraps on YouTube, her and myself came up with the challenge, and you span a wheel and you had to include whichever landed on it. So I did all of them, and I honoured Scrappy Cathy, also on YouTube, and went more is more, and that is why I have got an avocado in a party hat, a dancing cat jumping out of a box, and a sausage dog with cupcakes, because it's all about the carnival vibes, it's all about the colour, it's all about the fun, and it's probably the only layout I have ever done and will ever do with a unicorn on it. So that is that one. Just pop that back in there. Excuse me. Then we have a layout I did for Paige Evans' design team, and this layout includes, so I've just turned that light off, that's better I think. So this actually includes 2 cut files from Paige Evans. So I've got the mandala in the background, which is just white, I've not backed it. And then I've got explore here, and I've left the letters inside it, which I do like to do every now and again. On the background, you will notice I don't do mixed media all that much, but I have actually created a sort of rainbow of colours. Use some texture paste and stamps, so there is that one. Then I have a fairly simple layout for me, but I enjoy doing it because it is different for me. It's not the more is more. And I have got some more mixed media. I've got some stenciling and a lot of stamping and a lot of ink splatters. Then we return to a Paige Evans design team layout, and for this one I cut the rainbow cut file and went diagonally across the cut file and coloured it in the colours of the rainbow, and then roughly, and it is rough, yeah, it is very roughly, I've gone with the colours for my embellishing, which is actually again very simple for me really. A lot of them are words from Bloom Street or Go the Scenic Route with 2 pictures. Then we have this one. This was a layout I did mostly with a Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit, I think. I got the big torn elements with the peaking white in the middle, and I think it was actually done as well for a Rediscover Your Stash challenge or a prompt where it was to use rub-ons. Now, I've only been scrapping 2 years, so I don't have rub-ons that are years and years old like a lot of people have. But I do have some rub-ons that I've picked up here and there. So everything in the middle here is actually rub-ons, apart from this banner. So these are all rub-ons, and these, and that, and these. And actually, I had a couple that didn't quite work out properly, but on the whole, I'm really happy with it. So there is that one. Then we have, this is one that I really love as well. So it's a very dark layout for me, but with a bit of colour. So in the background, I've got a Vicky Boutin pre-made background, which I have added a few extra bits to. I've added some stamping that you can see poking out here and there. And then I have added a Vicky Boutin cut file, which was on her website. That's what this big circle is. And I've only backed some of the circles, and I backed it in the deep purple and that one. And then I've just embellished quite minimally for me, I suppose. Most of it is Vicky Boutin stuff. I've got some Bramble Fox perspectives. And yeah, it's different for me, but I really love this layout. So whilst I have these 2 layouts, you will see him, him, and him, and him pop up a lot on my pages. So I'll quickly explain. This is Mick and this is Tom, and they are 2 of my best friends ever, and I live with them. We sort of have a house share, so I live in their house, and we have such an amazing relationship. We have so many adventures together. And then this guy here, Chris, is my partner. That is me, and we all get on very well. We all go away together, have adventures. So most of my layouts will either be the 4 of us, the 2 of us, the 2 of them, or any combination of. So at least you know who I am referring to if I do mention them. Then we're going to go back to a Paige Evans design team layout and another busy layout. A rare photo of just me. I have done a couple, but I don't do them often. And this was inspired by this cut file, and I wanted lots of the florals poking out from it. and then also the big title, which is a quote from somewhere, but I can't remember where. And it's "The sun always shines behind the clouds." It was a cloudy day, and I took from that quote to mean there's always brighter days ahead, there's always good to come. And I was lying on a pier at Bangor in Wales. We had just been there to have a look and throw some flowers into the water for my granddad, who we had scattered there. So it's quite a deep, meaningful layout without being very meaningful, if that makes sense. This card here does pull out, so I've got a bit of hidden journaling there. I backed the cut file with 2 different papers and alternated them as you go round. And then lots of fussy cut flowers and different bits and bobs. Then we have a layout which I haven't actually shared yet. I'm filming this video on the 19th of August and I will be sharing it tomorrow for my newest design team, which is Spiegel Mom Scraps in the US. Spiegel Mom Scraps are the sequin people, and they do the best sequins. Now, sequins aren't something that I have used all that much, I will be honest. So I'm all the more grateful to Jodie and Sarah for giving me the opportunity, but I am absolutely loving them. So this layout uses a sketch from Lisa in the Dotty About Flair group, which was this big star. It's actually from Lisa's son, Johnny. So I decided to make the star into a giant shaker pocket. So if I just shake that for a minute, you will see that all those sequins fill the entire star. And I really, really like the look of it. All that sparkle. And I've actually used 2 full packets of sequins near enough in there. I've got a custom die cut title here. I've got various flair from Dotty About Flair. Sloths may seem strange on a page like this, but it's there for a reason. Then I've got some epoxy stickers from Paige Evans' Bungalow Lane and some L Studio bits. Then this layout is one that I've recently started doing Facebook Lives, and I created this on one of those. And it's using July's Hip Kit Club kit. I've only just started subscribing to the Hip Kit because it wasn't available to us in the UK. But I love them so much. So this was created using that with the huge titles and the gorgeous wood grain background. Then we have this one, which was another Spiegel Mom Scraps actually for a challenge, the One Wonder Challenge. And I've just dotted sequins about. I've got a mix of Heidi Swap, One Canoe 2, Vicky Bootin, Abed Marshall, crepe paper, bits and bobs from everywhere that I thought goes with the paper. And then the last 2 I've only created an hour ago on another live on Facebook. And these were really fun. So I got some 12 by 12 photos printed. So this is simply scrapping on top of a 12 by 12 photo. There's no background paper, there's no paper at all. And this was from a holiday that we took last week down south of England. So I've just created 2 clusters, a big one and a smaller one. So I've got some foam stickers, some couple of flair, chipboard and puffy stickers. And I have to say I really enjoyed using a 12 by 12 photo as the base of a scrapbook layout, something different for me. And I also created this one. So on this one, we've got the big title here. This is using a wood veneer from Some Assemblage Required, which many of you will know from MK Gun on YouTube. and this camera is from there too. Then some seagulls from Bramble Fox, and again Dotty about Flare. I've actually used for the words and the cork, that's Rosie's studio. So yeah, that's a selection of my layouts that I have done fairly recently. Gives you an idea of what to expect coming up on my channel. I will have from the 1st of September until the 30th of September, I'm going to try my absolute best to play along with Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. There's so many awesome scrappers joining in as always, and I'm really excited to be joining in for the first time. I've started filming those, so I'm hopeful of being able to keep up with the 30 days. And in between that, I'm sure I'll have some other videos popping up for you. As I say, I'm not going to say that there'll be this many videos every week because it's supposed to be fun. We don't want to make it a pressure. We don't want to stress out about it. We are very busy, as I'm sure lots of other YouTubers are, but I'm excited to be here, excited to give it a go, and hopefully you have enjoyed the introduction to me. I'd really appreciate it if you could like or subscribe, and I just appreciate the support so much. The support and love that everybody has shown on Instagram and Facebook in the last few months. It's been absolutely incredible, and I'm overwhelmed by it, to be honest. So I'm really happy to be here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon with another video for you.